Hello everybody and welcome to another exciting edition of Ring of Valiance Wrestling. This here is episode 13.5 and I am your lead commentator as always, Brian King. And tonight we're going to kick things off with the United States Championship match between this man, Dominic Cato of the Mutiny Mafia, and Owen Clark. Dominic Cato made his return to ROV on the last episode after getting his head busted open by Jamal Bedlam after saying some not so kind words about him. We've seen in the locker room that Owen Clark has had quite the hard time fitting in around the locker room as of late, especially considering his stroke of bad luck in other companies that we aren't going to mention at this time because some people who run certain shows are kind of the equivalent of Jared Fogle in some aspects. But nevertheless, we're going to have this U.S. title match kick off this show, and it is going to be a rocket buster to say the least. Just getting word right here and now that Dominic Cato will indeed be taking on Virgil Snow on the next full episode of Ring of Valiance Wrestling in somewhat of a grudge match. It's sure to be exciting. Dominic here, he's ready, he's looking intense, he's ready to go. Yes, he's focused on Jamal Bedlam as well as other things, but tonight he has to focus on somebody who is extremely motivated to prove himself to the world. Extremely motivated to prove that he belongs in this industry. This young man's name is Owen Clark, and last episode, he suffered a surprising defeat to the returning Insidious Sterling in about 30 seconds. So you can only imagine where Owen Clark's head is as he heads into this United States title match. We are going to crown the very first U.S. champion here tonight. And I'm also being told, as aforementioned on episode 13, that again, Owen Clark and Chris Falcone will be one of the teams on Live X. ROV Live, episode 10, Owen Clark and Chris Falcone will be one of the 4 tag teams going into that tag team title ladder match that involves the Iron Wank Wizards and Cato's Mutiny Mafia brethren, Ferguson and McKenzie, as well as the surprise team that has just signed to Ring of Valiance Wrestling. It's going to be an exciting few weeks of action for the entirety of the Carpe Diem Network as well as Ring of Valiance Wrestling. Gotta believe that Owen Clark, he's willing to make an impact at anybody's expense, and I can tell you right now, I've spoken to him several times backstage. He says he's not the biggest fan of the Mutiny Mafia by any means, so he and Hit Kid Worldwide are most definitely in the same boat when it comes to the Mutiny Mafia, and especially one of its co-leaders, the Universal Champion, Tom Doyle. This crowd is firmly behind Owen tonight. Yes, he had a stroke of bad luck. He's had quite the string of bad luck since leaving Jinder Movement. But I have a feeling that tonight could be this kid's night. Hell, even Dominic walked up to him backstage recently and said, you gotta apply yourself and not give up. But Dominic is going to put him to the test as we get ready to crown our very first Ring of Valiance United States Champion. Referee Jeremy Ferguson holding the title high above his head, letting the crowd know what it's all about. Clark and Cato are ready. The fans are ready. The bell rings and here we go. And look at this, the arrogance of both men, more so Cato than Clark, on display. Collar and elbow tie up. Clark with a standing switch. And he takes Cato down with the power. Yeah, Owen got a little bit ahead of himself last episode, but he's learned his lesson. Cato now with a beautiful takedown. Neither of these men are slouches in the strength department by any means. Key lock by Clark now. Cato has about a 5-inch height disadvantage, I should say. Action's so exciting over the last few months. It's hard for me to keep track of what I'm saying. Cato now in trouble. 3 straight right hands by Owen Clark. Owen off the ropes now, and Kato with a shoulder tackle. And as announced by BWU recently, nasty kick to the head there. Dominic, Kato, Gregory McKenzie, and Lorelei's uncle, Franz Albrecht, better known to us as Siphon, will be in their Royal Rumble over there in BWU, so we'll have to see how things play out for them. Big suplex there by Dominic. And Dominic with a nasty clothesline. I gotta say, ever since joining Mutiny Mafia, he's come into his own as Dominic. Matter of fact, ever since Revival nearly 2 years ago, Dominic has just come into his own and has found his stride. But the fact that he's a part of the Mutiny Mafia, it always rubs people the wrong way whenever people see him walk into the room with Mafia colors on. And now he's got Owen right where he wants him and stomps him face first into the mat. I'm also being told right now on my headset that Virgil Snow will be in action in the main event tonight. I'm not getting word on who his opponent's going to be. Kato was going for that Claymore kick and a double-handed choke slam by Clark. Gotta believe that Hit Kid Worldwide is on the side of Owen Clark, and look at this! Beautiful spinning power slam by Owen Clark. We could have our first U.S. champion right here, and no! Jeremy Ferguson only counting 2. This match rages on. Now Owen looking for something here. This kid's got all the potential in the world. Look at the strength. Oh my God. Dominic Kato. Power bomb to the outside. Owen Clark is feeling it. And now Owen. This man stands about 6'9" tall, and you don't see men his size going to the top rope this often. And look at this. Diving forearm attack. Diving forearm attack. It may have been a bit of a shoulder tackle as well. Dominic Kato is in trouble here. And I'm also being told here that, oh God, nasty powerbomb. I'm also being told here that apparently Owen Clark has been getting quite close with part owner Narcissa Knight. Wonder what the developments are in that area, but circling back to the match, nice snapmare by Owen and a nasty kick for Kato, payback from earlier on. Uncivil War is just a few short weeks away, and I cannot wait to see how things pan out for all the superstars here in ROV, as well as all of the superstars from BWU, DCA, and so many other places that are going to be taking part in Uncivil War. It's going to be absolutely incredible. And Owen Clark, nasty elbows to the forehead. Owen showing that he can be real ruthless here. And now look at this. Grapevining the arm. And this nasty arm submission. Owen's got it locked in pretty tight. Dominic's kind of got nowhere to go, but he gets free. Oh, and now a Fez pressing out. Dominic Kato just raining down right on Owen's face. Going up to the second rope. Big elbow drop. Dominic Kato now back in burn control, stomping on the face. Absolutely disgusting. By the right-hand man of Tom Doyle. Dominic telling Owen to get up on his feet. Dominic looking for something. Oh my God! Dominator! He caught him out of the rolling senton into the Dominator. Owen with the pin. 2. And we've got our first United States champion in Owen Clark. What an amazing finish! Owen Clark, what an unbelievable turnaround for this young man. He goes from losing match after match to becoming the United States heavyweight champion. You gotta believe that the world is in absolute shock. But this young man, after getting that win, you gotta believe that he's gonna have an amazing career going forward. What an unbelievable maneuver by Owen Clark, catching Dominic out of that rolling senton. Dominic went to the well one time too many, and it cost him. And you gotta believe that Tom Doyle is not gonna be happy about this. And I'm pretty sure Tom Jerkin won't either, considering he's also co-leader of the Mutiny Mafia, as well as part owner of ROV. And there it is. Owen Clark being handed the U.S. title by the referee, Jeremy Ferguson. This young man has busted his ass to get to this point, and the sky is the limit. The only way to go from here is up and do your damnedest job to not get knocked back down to the mat. Absolutely incredible performance by Mr. Clark, and I cannot wait to see what else he does moving forward. Congratulations on becoming the first ever United States champion, Owen Clark. Absolutely incredible. Incredible matchup here, and these fans are absolutely loving what just transpired. Loving the fact that a Mutiny Mafia soldier has been taken down. And speaking of Mutiny Mafia soldiers, there's Samantha Sharp, who just got hit in the face with a briefcase by Cody Hale, the She-Wolf's champion. She's beaten the ever-living hell out of Samantha after what happened on She-Wolf's Underground Episode 2. Mutiny Mafia soldiers are falling left and right. Samantha Sharp is not going to be happy about this when she comes to. She's stirring a little bit backstage, but speaking of She-Wolf's action, we're getting some of that right now, starring this young lady who we have not seen in action. Since SWW Adrenaline Episode 6, when she lost to Bad Amy. LaShawna Jeffries. This young woman, she may not be undefeated in the industry overall, but so far in ROV, she has won 2 matches. One against Shantae Sparks and one against Fern Albrecht. And believe me, LaShawna Jeffries has a score to settle here tonight with the woman who attacked her after SWW Adrenaline Episode 6. That, of course, being Five Fingers of Death member Olga Markowski. LaShawna coming back into the fold here in ROV means that she wants to prove herself just like everybody else. I've seen this woman in action before. She's very talented, but she's got a tall order to tackle here, because here comes Olga Markowski, who is entrenched deeply in a bitter feud with Mandy Walton. We all saw in episode 13 that Olga was flat out jumped by Mandy Walton, I keep forgetting that she and Deshawn are married now. It's kind of caused a tiny bit of conflict within the Five Fingers of Death camp. She was jumped by Mandy Walton last episode of ROV after Olga simply wanted to send a message to not just Mandy but the entire locker room after she beat the ever-living hell out of Cassandra Burke. Miss Burke has since been out of action, but she will be back someday and possibly to get revenge on Olga, just like LaShawna is here to do tonight. Olga has yet to win any championships here in ROV, but right now it's not about championships, it's simply about settling a grudge. And more importantly, it's not even about the championships around here, it's simply about getting the Mafia to take a knee to ROV. And with a strong soldier like Olga Markowski in the ROV ranks, you can bet your ass that there's a strong chance that ROV will make the Mutiny Mafia bow. The fans are ready, the refs ready, the women are ready, and so am I. Here we go. LaShawna Jeffries versus Olga Markowski. Oh, and LaShawna getting down, getting jiggy with it, and Olga's not having any of the nonsense. LaShawna with a standing waistlock. Olga, nice snapmare. And Again, we've got some of that international flavor that ROV is always known for. LaShawna may be from Atlanta, Georgia, but she's actually of Jamaican descent. So we've got Jamaica versus Poland here tonight. Olga now with a side arm lock here. The women go back to a collar and elbow. Side headlock, key lock by Olga. And these women are so good at what they do here in ROV. Side headlock takeover by LaShawna. And slamming Olga face first into the mat. And LaShawna talking trash. And gives Olga a stun gun. That's that rage of Olga that's coming out there. 1, 2. No, only a 2 count there for Miss Jeffries. As we've seen at Sinful Intentions last summer and on She-Wolf's Underground episode 2, LaShawna Jeffries is definitely a mainstay here in ROV. Quite the talented woman in every aspect of the phrase. And Olga now kicking LaShawna away. Front face lock, snapmare, and a side headlock. Olga is known for that rough and tough ground mat wrestling style here. She's got that mixed martial arts background in her back pocket as well. LaShawna now coming back with strikes and a chop of her own. LaShawna bringing it to Olga here tonight in a clothesline in the corner. Now LaShawna just stomping away at Markowski. Gotta believe that her boyfriend Brandon Cuevas, who will be facing Lars Wild in the finals of the Openweight Championship tournament, is prepping for his match, but also rooting his woman on. Now driving the knee into the back with this modified cross-face maneuver. The referee asking Olga if she wants to give it up. Olga's saying no, but you can see the agonizing pain on her face. Olga finding a way out. Oh, Jesus, Lord have mercy. That was a shoot lariat right there that may have just knocked LaShawna's head into the 5th row. Oh, my Lord have mercy. Olga's got LaShawna up and up. Tilt-a-whirl side slam. Excuse me, my God. Action so exciting, and now these ground and pound fists that she's known for just punching LaShawna's lights out. Now Olga's got LaShawna lined up for something, and a nasty knee right to the mouth. May have knocked LaShawna for a loop there. Olga now up on the 2nd turnbuckle. Oh, and a diving hammer fist. Down goes LaShawna Jeffries, referee in position 2. And no. Olga can't believe it, but you're going to have to do a hell of a lot more to put a woman like LaShawna Jeffries away. Yeah, she may not have the experience in her back pocket like Olga does, but LaShawna is a fighter, as is Olga. So you're going to have to do a lot more than a flying hammer fist, and that right there is the reason why. Nice reverse DDT counter by LaShawna. Now front face lock punching Olga in the back of the head. Throwing Olga over the top rope onto the apron. Bringing her back in the hard way and going right back to the stomps. Stomping her right across the clavicle. Right across the clavicle bone. LaShawna up on the top turnbuckle. She wants Olga up on her feet. She's going to put her away right here. Going for the cross body. And Olga caught her in midair. That Polish power coming into play. Olga just toying with her like she's a piece of meat. And that tilt-a-whirl slam once again. Absolutely incredible here tonight. We are live here. Actually, we're live here in the Palace of Auburn Hills in Detroit, Michigan. Oh, the site of Uncivil War. And again that tilt-a-whirl slam. We're going to be back here in Detroit in just a few short weeks for Uncivil War. Olga was going for something. Sunset flip by LaShawna. 1. No. Olga kicks out at 1. LaShawna off the ropes and takes a kick right to the face. Oh my God. Olga may have just put LaShawna out like a light. 2. And no. Jeffries somehow managed to get the shoulder up off the mat. And Olga cannot believe it, and now she's pissed, and I do not blame her at all. Absolutely incredible matchup between these two She-Wolves wrestlers. Clothesline by Olga, and another one. Lashana is in deep trouble now, and Olga is feeling it. Remember, Olga stands 6'2" tall, weighs 210 pounds of Polish muscle. And that nasty-ass headbutt by Olga Markowski. And Olga doesn't even look like she's breaking a sweat. She's taking Lashana lightly, which she should not do. Because, again, Lashana is 2-0 here in ROV, but I don't think she's ever come across somebody as beastly as Olga. Olga running Lariato. Good night, Lashana Jeffries. Thank you for coming. 1, 2, and no! Jeffries gets the shoulder up again. How the hell did she get that shoulder up after that wicked clothesline? And Olga saying to Lashana, what do I have to do to put you down? And with how much of a fighter Lashana is, you're probably going to have to take her out the hard way. Knee to the gut. Lashana's down in the corner. Olga lining her up here. And was going for something but took a kick right to the face. Lashana now, look at this roll up here. Victory roll up here, 1. No. Olga counters. 2. And a kick out. Olga looking for something, went for the shoulder tackle and missed. Lashana off the ropes, went for the Polish hammer on Olga. Olga went for a punch, Lashana kicking her in the gut. Lashana throwing Olga off the ropes, and the Goomba stomp to Olga. Goomba stomp to Olga by Lashana Jeffries. And now, looking for the sweet brown sugar slam, but Olga counters. Olga, big shoulder tackle out of the Irish whip. And Lashana rolling out of the ring to catch a breather, but Olga's not going to let her. Olga throwing her right back into the ring. Doing the smart thing instead of fighting outside of the ring for 10 seconds, because now Olga's got Lashana right where she wants her. Headbutt again right to the chest of Lashana Jeffries. And now Olga telling her to bring it one more time. And went for the lariat again. Lashana had it scouted. Lashana going for sweet brown sugar slam. It's, god damn, what a slam right there. 1, 2, and Lashana Jeffries has defeated Olga Markowski in incredible fashion. I don't even know what the hell to say after a match like that. Lashana Jeffries, 3-0 here in Ring of Valiance Wrestling. Her third victory coming at the expense of Olga Markowski. Take nothing away from her. She gave it everything she had, but Lashana just had a little bit more in the tank. And Olga has to be disappointed in herself after losing, and what the hell? Mandy Walton with a goddamn kendo stick. Oh, for the love of God, somebody get security out here. You know these two women are entrenched in a feud, but I did not think it would get this violent. Mandy with the kendo stick, kick to the knee, and a deafening silence to the head. This woman showing off the goddamn arrogance. Her and Olga started this feud over Virgil Snow, but ever since Mandy and Virgil broke up, and ever since Olga and Virgil broke up, it's been a matter of respect. Something that Mandy here, who also is undefeated in ROV, does not have any of whatsoever for Olga. Absolutely heinous attack here by Mandy Walton. Oh, God. You gotta believe the leader of the 5 Fingers of Death, Deshaun Walton, who is her husband. I don't even know what the hell he thinks about this, considering Olga is his protege and Mandy is his wife. Mandy lining Olga up for a spear, and she takes a DDT from Olga. Olga fighting back and clotheslining her out of the ring. Olga not letting Mandy get away with any more of that shit. Olga telling Mandy to bring it on. These two are going to open Uncivil War with a singles matchup to settle whatever beef they have amongst each other at this juncture in time. Polish Power, despite losing, conquers Mandy Randy Walton on this night, but you can best believe that these two women are going to have it out for each other come Uncivil War right here in Detroit in just a few short weeks. Absolutely incredible matchup for Olga. She didn't get the victory tonight, but you live to fight another day. You win some and you lose some. That's the name of the game, and that's the way the game goes here in Ring of Valiance Wrestling.
Warfare. We have all been through this phase in our life. Some of us with others, some of us with ourselves. It does not surprise me that the Mutiny Mafia wants to be at war with ROV, as well as the rest of the industry and the whole damn world. However, they are doing it in quite the unique fashion. They are taking a rather under-the-radar type of approach. All the messages from them that have popped up on this network over the last year or so have only so far proven that they are all bark and no bite. See, we in the band Bloodline are all bite and no bark. However, as Prez said, we choose to stay silent in certain regards. But Prez's reasons for band Bloodline staying silent are similar yet different from mine. See, I choose to stay silent because I want to take my home back. We want to take our home back. Don't be fooled by the Mutiny Mafia playing calm. They are as snake-like as they can get. So much so that their co-leader not only banned the founder of ROV from this place, but you all may not know that he also banned his own wife too. And for what? Because he cannot handle being bested by a woman? Because he cannot accept the fact that maybe he's not as good as he says he is in any facet of life, and that he and his minions are nothing more than just a dollar store version of the New World Order? Tom Doyle is not fit to run anything, because all he will do is run this place and his place and the Mutiny Mafia into the ground. And it will all be a result of his greediness and selfish mode of operation. What he doesn't understand is that the numbers don't mean a thing when the cracks in the shield are the advantage of not just the band Bloodline, but for dozens more who want to see the Mafia fall, and those dozens include those within the Mutiny Mafia ranks. In fact, you don't even really have to take my word for it. Oh, no. Take the word of the woman who is the wife of one of the Mutiny Mafia's hottest new recruits. Because she, just like myself, will do everything to bring the Mutiny Mafia to its knees.
Purchase your tracks today.
I used to wonder why the Mutiny Mafia wanted to destroy this industry. Then as I took the time to look at the things that have happened to VP, Prez, and of course myself as well as many others, it became clear to me that the Mutiny Mafia has the same ideology as a lot of people in the community. And that ideology is to crush, kill, destroy. Crush dreams, kill aspirations, destroy hope. People who make a joke out of this dream don't realize the negative effect they have on people's lives. We the people in the band Bloodline will erase the root of that problem. We must take back what is ours, because just like VP here, just like Prez, and just like the rest of the band Bloodline members who are likely under your nose, Doyle, I was wrongfully stripped of something that meant everything to me against my will, and I will take back what is rightfully mine. And despite me gunning for my father after what he did to me and my family, myself and the band Bloodline will take back what is rightfully ours. And that is ROV fucking W.
Shoot for the stars if it feels right. Aim for my heart if you feel like. Take me away, make it okay. Swear I'll behave. You that's how you know. And it is hard to say no before you learn to let go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to ROB 13.5, and we're going to kick things back off here with the Mutiny Mafia versus Iron Wank Wizards match. Here comes Rupert Matthews. This man isn't just a wrestler, he's also one of the other commentators for this show, but he has had to deal with the Mutiny Mafia's BS ever since Buckle Up, when Jeremiah Ferguson and Greg McKenzie attacked him and Ryan Stone after that four-way match that also involved Eli Robledo and Sher Khan. And believe me, after that ladder match at ROBX, that the Revelation Shannon Silvera and Everett Creed won the tag team championships in, Rupert Matthews has been looking to make a statement at the expense of the Mutiny Mafia, as well as every other wrestler on this show. And especially considering that Silvera and Creed had contractual obligations with SWW, thus having to forfeit the tag team championship belts. You can bet your ass that Rupert Matthews and Spencer Wade are definitely looking to get those championships under their ranks. Believe me, had Silvera and Creed not been a part of that tag title ladder match, my money was always going to be on the Iron Wank Wizards. But they have a bigger problem in the Mutiny Mafia to deal with. Believe me, Rupert is definitely going to do his damnedest to get the job done. Remember, Mutiny Mafia member Greg McKenzie did not defeat Brandon Cuevas on the last episode of ROB, which obviously, as I said earlier, means that Brandon Cuevas and Lars Wilds will go at it for the Openweight Championship on episode 14 of Ring of Valiance Wrestling. And here comes a man who hasn't been in action since ROBX. Jeremiah Ferguson, the very first ROB commentator. Now, this man hasn't been in action since ROBX due to him suffering a concussion in that ladder match, but he's back in the fold now, not just of ROB, but also of the Mutiny Mafia as well. And you best believe that he is repping the Mutiny Mafia proudly here tonight. Jeremiah Ferguson, hailing from Memphis, Tennessee, stands about 6'4", weighs 265 pounds, but he has the agility of a goddamn cat. Last time he was in one-on-one action, coincidentally enough, was against Mutiny Mafia co-leader Tom Doyle. And believe me when I tell you, Jeremiah Ferguson has the skills to get the job done, but tonight could be the night where he gets his first one-on-one victory, and he more than likely will end up getting that victory with Mutiny Mafia outside help. Personally, I don't think he needs the help. Then again, you never know what could happen here in ROB. Matthews and Ferguson are ready. Here we go, they're facing off. Collar and elbow tie-up. Side headlock by Ferguson. Beautiful takedown. And it's a rarity that you'll ever see me complimenting anything that the Mutiny Mafia does. But nevertheless, most of, if not all of the members of the Mutiny Mafia are great wrestlers. Hell, even Tom Jerkin is. But the point that I'm trying to make here is this: the Mutiny Mafia are complete scumbags, trying to take over and destroy this company that helped put all of them on the map. Rupert Matthews with a side arm bar. Ferguson escapes. Went for the collar and elbow. Rupert had other ideas. Needed the gut of Rupert by Ferguson. Rupert going into the corner. Ferguson went for something. Rupert Matthews gets out of the way. Big elbow to the head. Big chop. And now Ferguson in the corner. Nasty shot right to the liver. Oh, but Rupert... Oh, flipping cutter off the second turnbuckle by Matthews. Rupert into the cover. 1, 2, and no. Ferguson gets the shoulder up. You're going to have to do a lot more than that to a guy like Ferguson, who recently, as Jamal Bedlam was cutting a promo on Dominic Cato after that attack Bedlam did on Cato recently. Ferguson said his own words and basically said Jamal better watch his back in no uncertain terms. Oh! Ferguson gets out of that straitjacket block there. Now Ferguson laying it into Rupert, but Rupert gonna fire back with a chop. And another one. Went for a third, Ferguson blocked it. And a European uppercut. And look at this idiot Jeremiah Ferguson. Absolutely idiotic, but these strikes to the chest certainly aren't. My God. Nasty punches right to the chest of Rupert Matthews, and down he goes to the floor. Jeremiah Ferguson, as I said, he's a damn good athlete. But believe me when I tell you, this man is also dangerous, especially considering he's associated with the Mutiny Mafia. Remember, they got a 10 count to get back in the ring. Rupert countering a powerbomb attempt. And look at this. Oh, cravat suplex there by Rupert Matthews. Cravat suplex on the outside by 1/3 of the Iron Wank Wizards. Matthews has Ferguson in his control, putting him on the barricade. Oh, and he kicks him right in the side of the head. And these fans are absolutely loving them some of Rupert Matthews. It's quite obvious they don't love Rupert's fellow countryman and Tom Doyle, as both men do hail from England. Rupert, however, hails from Leeds. And Doyle, of course, hailing from London. Rupert now has Ferguson in his control. And as I said earlier, the Iron Wank Wizards and Mutiny Mafia members Ferguson and McKenzie will be in that tag team title ladder match on episode 10 of ROB Live, with Owen Clark, Chris Falcone, and a surprise tag team that was signed to Ring of Valiance Wrestling just recently. And from what I understand, they are one of the more popular tag teams in all of the world. And a nasty boot right to the forehead of Jeremiah Ferguson. Rupert doing the wise thing, hooking the inside leg, and only gets a 2 count. Rupert Matthews got that English style in him, that rough and tough English wrestling style. Another elbow right to the chest. Now a Dragon Sleeper here. Dragon Sleeper here by Rupert Matthews. Jeremiah Ferguson is stuck with nowhere to go. Ferguson being asked if he wants to give it up by the referee, who coincidentally shares the same last name as him. Jeremy Ferguson asking, Jeremiah gets out of it. Oh, went for the bicycle kick. Schoolboy by Jeremiah. He's got a hold of the tights. Referee 1, 2, and no. Jeremy Ferguson counting 2. Jeremiah now looking for another power bomb attempt. And this time he gets it. What a nasty snap power bomb by Jeremiah Ferguson of the Mutiny Mafia. Gotta believe Tom Doyle is somewhere watching this, pleased by one of his main protege's performance here as he punches the hell out of Rupert Matthews' forehead. Ferguson now up on the rope, talking all that shit that he wants to, and look at this. Just taking a breather, as if he doesn't have a goddamn job to do. This is why he was fired as the first commentator in the first goddamn place, and that's what he gets. Went for the shoulder tackle and is now trapped in a Dragon Sleeper once again. This time Rupert's sitting on his back here. And referee walking around them, asking Jeremiah if he wants to give it up. He's got that Dragon Sleeper locked in tight, does Rupert. What the hell is Jeremiah gonna do? He's got nowhere to go. Rupert is sitting on his back, putting all of his weight on it. And Ferguson finding a way to get out. Oh, and an STO. STO by Jeremiah Ferguson, blocking the arm from getting to the ropes. Smart move there, but only gets a 2 count. This match has been incredible thus far. It shows no signs of slowing down anytime soon. Jeremiah Ferguson is in control once again. And look at this, the arrogance is going to be his biggest detriment, as well as everybody in the Mutiny Mafia. And he hangs him up on the ropes. That is going to be the biggest detriment of the Mutiny Mafia. It's okay to have a little bit of confidence, but a lot of the Mutiny Mafia members showcase just a little bit too much. Liger kick by Ferguson. Rolling Liger kick by Jeremiah Ferguson, and Rupert Matthews barely getting the shoulder up. Rupert barely getting the shoulder up there. Ferguson gonna look for another one perhaps. Went for it again this time. Rupert had it scouted. Rupert had it scouted there. Look at this. Has him up. He's got him up here. Big brain buster. Brain buster there by Rupert Matthews. Ferguson, though, back up on his feet immediately and throws Rupert to the center of the ring. Jeremiah Ferguson up, and he delivers a knee right to the side of the head of Rupert Matthews, also the sternum. Ferguson in the cover here, referee in position, and Rupert gets the shoulder up one more time. Oh, and another knee right to the sternum. Now Ferguson back on top. You gotta believe if Ferguson wins, it's gonna improve things for him in the rankings here in ROV. Remember, the last time he was in a one-on-one matchup on this show was against Tom Doyle. And I'm pretty sure Ferguson has taken a lot of Tom Doyle's teachings from that night and have applied them to this match here tonight against Rupert Matthews. Hell, I'm pretty sure Ferguson has done a lot of training over in England and in Japan to prepare for such a match like this. He's got this submission hold locked in on Rupert pretty tight, but Rupert gets out of it. Oh, and a bicycle kick right to the mouth. Ferguson rolling out of the ring. Rupert firing up here. Look out below. We got a flying Englishman. Suicide dive. Suicide dive by Rupert Matthews on Jeremiah Ferguson. And these fans here in Detroit are absolutely loving it. Remember, we're going to be back here for Uncivil War in just a few short weeks, and I cannot wait to see how things pan out for every superstar on this show, and I guess for every superstar in the Mutiny Mafia as well. Rupert going for another brain buster. Jeremiah counters. Look at this. Oh, a sit-out spine buster slam by Jeremiah Ferguson. 1, 2, and no, Rupert gets the shoulder up. Thought that was going to be it for Rupert Matthews, but Jeremiah Ferguson staying on him. He may be in shock, but he's got to focus. Went for the Liger kick one more time. Rupert off the ropes. Corkscrew neck breaker. Now Rupert, another elbow to Jeremiah Ferguson. And I'm also being told that somebody from the VWU wants to defend their championship against Jeremiah Ferguson again at some point in time. Rupert off the top, went for the Hurricane Rana. Jeremiah power bombing him. Oh God, his head hit every turnbuckle on the way down. Ferguson is going to be challenging for one of the VWU's top championships. Jeremiah, oh, running knee to the corner. Yeah, whoever's going to be that champion at that point in time is going to have to deal with a ruthless bastard of the Mutiny Mafia. And now he's got a modified Texas Cloverleaf locked in, driving the knee into the kidneys and into the shoulder blades of Rupert Matthews. Rupert is in dire straits here. He is in immense pain, locked in this submission hold by Jeremiah Ferguson. He's got nowhere to go. What can he do? Oh, he got out of it. He got out of that Texas Cloverleaf. Rupert grabs him by the head. Oh, now a rest hold. Finally, Rupert trying to tear the arm out of the socket of Ferguson. No, I don't care. Tear it off and beat him with it. Oh, but Ferguson punching Rupert in the gut to get out of it. Went for the jumping knee. Oh, look at this. Roll up by Rupert Matthews. 1, 2, and Ferguson kicks out. Rupert off the ropes. Oh, look at this. Oh, sit out spine buster slam again. Sit out spine buster again. And Rupert gets the shoulder up one more time, and Ferguson is now starting to get pissed off, and I cannot blame him one bit. Jeremiah Ferguson thought he had it, but Rupert Matthews staying in this fight. He went for the Liger kick again. Oh, look at this. Rupert's got Jeremiah up. There it is. Clock cleaner. Clock cleaner to the back of the head. 1, 2, and no! Ferguson gets the shoulder up one more time. Absolutely incredible action between these two superstars. Both men showing that they are not giving in. Rupert gonna go for the clock cleaner one more time, and there it is! And he needs to drag Jeremiah away from those ropes, because right there, the first one gave Jeremiah a little bit of leeway. Rupert looking to go for one more, perhaps. And wait a minute. Rupert lining up for another clock cleaner. And that's Greg McKenzie's music. What the hell is he doing out? Oh, come on. We don't need this shit right now. We do not need a Mutiny Mafia member interfering. I called this shit a few minutes ago. I knew that this was gonna happen. Here comes Greg McKenzie. Down to the ring. Remember, he has his issues with Rupert Matthews as well as his wife, Laura. And I don't know where the rest of the Iron Wank Wizards are. McKenzie making his way to the ring. That cocky-ass, swaggerific walk that he has. Pretty sure Jeremiah has taught him a thing or two about a thing or two in that department. But McKenzie now distracting Rupert, talking his trash, and Rupert's not having any of it. Rupert telling him to bring it on, but Rupert needs to focus on his opponent. And this is similar to what happened at Buckle Up when McKenzie first showed up here. And now Ferguson sliding in. Rupert needs to pay attention. Roll up by Ferguson. He's got the tights again. 1. No. Rupert gets out of it. Looking for the sit-out spinebuster slam one more time. Oh, clock cleaner by Rupert Matthews. Clock cleaner by Rupert Matthews. And look at this. Another one to McKenzie this time. Rupert Matthews has had enough of the Mutiny Mafia's bullshit, and so have I. Rupert throwing Greg out of the ring, but he doesn't realize Jeremiah has gotten up. And a German suplex dropping Rupert on the back of his head. Oh my lord. This can't end like this. This is not right. Jeremiah with the rolling Liger kick right to the head of Rupert Matthews. That just knocked him out cold. Jeremy Ferguson in position, and this one is over. Jeremiah Ferguson of the Mutiny Mafia has won this battle thanks to a distraction from Greg McKenzie. This is absolutely sickening. A damn good match between these two men, but Greg McKenzie had to come out here and mess with it. Regardless of what has happened here in this one, what's done is done. Ferguson has defeated Matthews, and obviously Tom Doyle's teachings have taught him quite a lot. Oh, and speaking of Tom Doyle's teachings, teaching him quite a lot, a power bomb into a neck breaker by McKenzie and Ferguson. Come the hell on, this is not necessary. Absolutely sickening. Oh, and a bicycle kick right to the face. And now Ferguson lining Matthews up here. Oh no, come on Jeremiah, oh God. Rolling Liger kick to Matthews. Absolutely sick. And wait a minute. Hold on just a second. Ferguson and McKenzie are hightailing it out of here after celebrating that heinous attack. We know that music anywhere, folks. Here comes Rupert's tag partner, Spencer Wade, coming to his aid here. but Ferguson and McKenzie have already hightailed it through the crowd. Spencer picking his partner up off the mat. And these two men are ready for that tag team title ladder match at ROV Live X. And believe me, they are going to have a hell of a lot of a grudge to settle with McKenzie and Ferguson. Ladies and gentlemen, we're moments away from hearing from one of the part owners.
It looks like a lot of things are heating up heading into Uncivil War, and it's only going to continue to get hotter, especially in my case, but I'll get to that momentarily. Now, as you all just saw, 2 of the 4 teams that will be in the Tag Team Championship ladder match on the 10th episode of ROV Live have been showcased. The Iron Wank Wizards, Spencer Wade and Rupert Matthews, and 2 members of the Mutiny Mafia in Greg McKenzie and Jeremiah Ferguson. The 3rd team, as mentioned last episode on ROB, will be Chris Falcone and our first ever United States champion, Owen Clark. The 4th team will be revealed on the day of the event and will be kept a surprise until then. All I can say is that they are very good friends of Deshaun Walton, and they are very much ready to carry the responsibility of being the ROB Tag Team Champions. Now, before I go any further, on episode 14, Spencer Wade, honey, you're going to go one-on-one with Greg McKenzie as a means to tune up for Live 10. So bring your A game. Now, speaking of Deshaun Walton, I, as part owner of ROV, have decided to briefly nullify his banning from the show to help him with one small issue. And that is to finally be able to defeat Virgil Snow in the ring to prove that he can beat him. And that match will happen in our main event tonight. Now, to get back on topic of Uncivil War, this brings me to 2 problems. Number 1, Aubrey Williams. Little sister, I don't know what games you're playing at with Penny's head, and you can attack me all you want. But attacking Sierra again, as well as Lorelei's defenseless mother Frida, is the lowest thing that I have ever seen out of you. And I've seen your career in the industry so far, baby sis, and you've stooped to extreme lows. So this isn't even a judgment call. At Uncivil War, you will go one-on-one with me, because I'm gonna beat some respect out of you and put my foot up your deranged ass so we can finally deal with the bigger issue, that being our father, Gunther Albrecht. Now, the second problem I have also ties in with Aubrey, and it's the fact that because of her supposed sex slave that she doesn't give a shit about in Penny Shaw, that if Alessia wins against whoever she faces at Uncivil War, Alessia will be fired from Ring of Valiance Wrestling. If you thought Shantae blackmailing Blake Casey was bullshit, then this is far worse. So Penny, I'm gonna put it to you like this. Aubrey Williams does not give 2 shits about you. She is only using you as a means to get what she wants. And what she has done up to this point is use you as a fucking puppet. Then again, considering the last relationship you were in with your baby daddy, honey, you should be used to getting manipulated and treated like a puppet by now. You know, Narcissa, I heard just about enough of you slandering me. Forget about Mistress Aubrey for a second. You and I made a pact that we would never mention that motherfucker again, and now you want to mention him in front of all these people? You really are trying that hard to embarrass me, ain't you? That pact flew out the window the second you let my sister do the same shit that he did, Penelope. You fell back into your old habits and called Aubrey mistress, the same exact way you used to call him master, even after he left you for another bitch, and even after he left your young son in the middle of the cold streets of Harlem with nowhere to go, and your son had to walk all the way to your sister's house on 42nd Street in 25-degree weather with nothing but raggedy Timberlands, basketball shorts and a bullshit North Face jacket on just to find you. Face it, Penelope Marie Shaw. You are the most gullible and easily manipulated bitch on the face of the earth. So much so that it has easily affected your leadership abilities and your sensible judgment, not to mention your goddamn parenting skills. So now with all that said, my question is this. Why do you constantly choose to believe Aubrey's manipulative bullshit? And why do you choose to defend the bitch when she doesn't fucking care for you? You really had to go there, huh? I've pushed lines quite a few times, but you have crossed it. And now this ain't even about Aubrey anymore, honey. Nah. It's about the fact that you decided to go so far to make me see this imaginary light you speak of when it comes to her, that you had to bring up my baby father leaving my son in the street with nowhere to go, forcing him to come find me. Yeah, sure, maybe that makes me a shitty mother in some way, but god damn it, my leadership abilities around here have helped improve myself as a parent. I find it funny that you talk all this shit about my baby daddy and you're bouncing from dick to dick all over this show more than the fucking Kardashians trying to figure out who's gonna be your baby daddy. I mean, you done fucked Virgil Snow, you done fucked Owen Clark. Hell, you tried to flirt with my baby daddy at one point. And while we're at it, I wouldn't be surprised if you found a midget beating off in a trash can to pictures of you, pulled them out of the trash can, and fucked them on sight to get his nut inside you just so you could be pregnant with your first child. Here's the bottom line, Narcissa. I love Aubrey with all my soul, and that's the way it is.
You know, Penny, I'll say this much. Don't be surprised if one day Aubrey ain't there no more. Matter of fact, do not act surprised if she's cozy enough with somebody else, if she's knocking boots with somebody else. Because come to think of it, word on the street is that she already is. Which is only a further testament to how little Aubrey cares for you. You know, just like how he didn't either. Yo, you know what? I'm done with this discussion. I'll see you at Uncivil War. At the end of the day, since you feel so strongly about this, Narcy, since you care so motherfucking much, maybe I should get the answers directly from the horse's mouth herself. Because when I do, and I get the answers that I'm looking for, I'll prove that she cares for me and for my little boy.
That quite possibly is one of the more intense conversations that I have ever seen Narcissa Knight and Penny Shaw have ever. They brought up a lot of personal topics between the two, a lot of controversial things. I mean, even Penny Shaw's son's father, but Narcissa Knight did this man right here, the founder of ROV, Deshaun Walton, quite a huge favor here tonight. This man has not been in action in ROV since ROVX, not just due to the fact that he's been dealing with nagging injuries, but also because of the fact that Tom Doyle banned him from ROV. But right here tonight, Deshaun Walton is getting one more chance, maybe quite possibly the last chance that he could ever possibly get to defeat Virgil Snow one-on-one. Me personally, I feel had that match at ROVX gone about 10 more minutes, Walton likely would have beaten him had it not been for the Mutiny Mafia. Deshaun Walton, the ROV founder. This man has brought this company to the forefront of the industry. This man has done many a great thing with this company as well as others such as SWW, TCA, VWU, and so many others. But tonight it's not about any of the aforementioned companies. It's not even about ROV. Tonight is about Walton proving to the world that he can indeed beat Virgil Snow. The last time they went at it, Walton nearly almost died in the ring with them, but this isn't about the Universal title anymore. This isn't even about Walton putting his life on the line anymore. This is simply a matter of if Walton can beat Virgil, and if he can't do it, what will this mean for him going forward if he cannot defeat Virgil? I really don't know what's on Walton's mind or where his head is in all this. He's the leader of the Five Fingers of Death, as we know, but I don't even know if him being the leader of the Five Fingers of Death is going to help him in this case. Here comes his opponent now. Virgil Snow, the former ROB Universal Champion. I hate to admit it, but he basically got robbed of his title at X. Not only that, but he's also been robbed of quite a lot of things recently. I mean, as we said earlier, he is Mandy Walton's ex-husband, so that also comes into play. I mean, truth be told, their breakup was not as willing as people like to make it out to be. I mean, we all found out on social media recently that it's because of one Kyrie Black that Mandy and Virgil are no longer together, but tonight it's not about that. It is about these two men looking to settle the score to finally figure out who is the better competitor. But considering how many wins Virgil has over Walton, I think it's kind of safe to say that Virgil Snow is in fact better than Deshaun. And I hate to have to say that about the ROB founder, but I'm just stating the facts. I'm just stating the obvious. This man, Virgil Snow, is one of the more beastly competitors in this industry. This man has been in the ring with the likes of Desmond Cruz. And believe me, if being in the ring with Desmond can teach anybody anything, it's that you have to do whatever it takes to rise to the top and whatever it takes to stay at the top. Snow and Walton lock up. Walton with an arm wrench. Virgil immediately going into a key lock on Walton, and you can see again the obvious height and weight disadvantage for Walton. Walton standing 6 foot tall, weighing 225. Virgil standing 6'10", weighing 325. But that doesn't change the fact that Virgil, just like Jeremiah Ferguson from earlier, is as quick and agile as a cat. Hammerlock hold here. Walton with one of his own. Snow now, across armbar, and Walton easily getting out. And Walton telling Virgil to bring it. And Virgil telling Walton to bring it himself as well. These two men have not been seen in the same arena since ROBX when Rannick took Virgil to go train in Russia. Virgil came back last episode to stop Dominic Cato from trying to screw over Ryan Riley in that Universal Championship match, but his plans were foiled by Tom Doyle, who is still the Universal Champion. Best believe Virgil is looking to get that title back at some point in time. Virgil Snow now pushing Walton off the ropes. Went for a clothesline. Walton counters with a soul butt kick. Throws Virgil into the turnbuckle, and he hits a spear. My Lord have mercy. Virgil rolling out of the ring. Do a goddamn barrel roll. Deshaun Walton is absolutely on a roll here. No pun intended, but he's on fire right now after that spear, and now he's in firm control of Virgil Snow. 2 European uppercuts. Throwing Virgil into the post. Referee at a count of 3 here. And if anything is an indication from ROBX, you can bet your ass that these two men are going to pull out all the stops, any means necessary for these two men in order to win this matchup and prove who truly is better than who. Walton now picking Snow up. Snow in the turnbuckle. Oh, but he's not going to let Walton get the upper hand in a nasty chop. Nasty chop to the chest, followed by a punch, but Walton countering with punches of his own. Down goes Snow in the corner. And, oh, okay. Okay, that's just absolutely unnecessary. Thinking that he's ravishing Rick Rude, and that's what he gets, a kick to the face. And Virgil Snow! Shades of Jeremiah Ferguson there with that spine buster like slam. And now a single leg crab. Shades of Lance Storm, who contrary to what Zahia Morgan believes is not dead. This is bad for Walton. Look at all that weight going on Walton's back in this single leg crab here. Oh, and he kicks him away. Virgil getting kicked away. Walton talking trash to him. Virgil's in trouble. Went for the crossbody over the ropes. But Virgil countering. And look at this. Inverted suplex by Snow. Almost as if Virgil has not lost a step. If anything, he's probably gotten better since training in Russia. And you know what the ironic thing about it is? He not only trained in Russia with Ranik, but he also trained in Russia with the current NXW Women's Champion, current NXW World Heavyweight Champion, I should say, Yana Doyle, who is from St. Petersburg, Russia, and is Tom Doyle's wife. Obviously, though, Yana and Tom have been at odds ever since ROVX, and Yana has not been seen since then. Yeah, because according to VP of the band Bloodline, oh my God, taking out the ribs of Deshaun Walton did Virgil Snow. According to VP of the band Bloodline, Tom also banned his own wife Yana from the company that she helped build. And speaking of building, Virgil is the size of a goddamn building, and he just killed Walton with that black ice. 1, 2, and no. Walton getting the shoulder up in the nick of time. Virgil Snow lining up for something here. Could be a spear, perhaps. Oh, no, for the lariat. Walton ducks and hits him with a drop kick. And look at this. Lion salt across the ring. Lion salt across the ring by Deshaun Walton, who only gets a 1 count out of it. Absolutely incredible high-flying ability by Walton, but not enough to put Virgil Snow down. Stomping on the chest. Off the ropes goes Walton. Went for the drop kick right to the face, but Virgil moved out of the way. Virgil with a spear. A nasty close-range spear by Virgil Snow. Walton could be badly hurt. Virgil in firm control. Whipping power slam. That whipping power slam, and now, oh God, just tossing him like a sack of Idaho potatoes, and Virgil laughing at Walton. Laughing at him, not looking like he hasn't even broken a sweat yet. Look at the strength of this man, holding him with one arm. That is 225 pounds he is holding with one goddamn arm and 2 backbreakers. And now, Virgil lining up for another spear. Looking for the spear. Oh, wait a minute! A CDT by Deshaun Walton, followed by the Dragon Sleeper. Yeah, he learned that cutter from Shannon Silvera himself. I guess he's taught him a lot after all. Virgil locked into that Dragon Sleeper pretty tight. What is he gonna do? Virgil is in trouble. Referee asking him if he wants to quit. Oh, but... oh! Virgil getting out of it and hitting him with a spear. Nasty spear by Virgil Snow. He could beat Walton again here, and no. Absolutely incredible matchup. I thought that Carolina Death Trip into that Dragon Sleeper was it, but it was not to be. And this nasty chops by Virgil Snow. The man is an absolute beast, and considering how big he is, a man his size hitting the chops on a man Walton's size is absolutely dangerous, and so too is that cannonball. Cannonball into the corner on Walton. And now Virgil Snow getting him up for the White Wolf Bomb, perhaps. Oh, wait a minute, no. Wait a minute. Oh, he power bombs Walton to the outside. And Snow is all fired up. As ruthless as he can be, this man. Remember, at ROVX, he jumped off the top of a 20-foot ladder that was in the ring, threw Walton's prone body onto that table. So Virgil had to have been at least 24, 25 feet in the air. And it was that kick right there that busted Walton open at ROVX during that life versus title match for the Universal Championship and for Walton's life. And now Walton up in Virgil's grasp once more. Referee at a count of 5 and oh God, oh Jesus! Power bombing him into the post and then into the floor. Virgil getting back into the ring and breaking the count. And he's showing a little bit of respect for Walton, wanting him to get back into the ring, but now he's just throwing him around once again like a rag doll. And look at this now, going for black ice on the outside. But Walton obviously not having any of it. Now Walton moonsault off the ropes to the outside on Snow, and Walton feeling himself. He's getting that confidence back in him. I feel like when he lost to Virgil Snow at ROVX, or rather lost to Tom Doyle at ROVX, Virgil wasn't the only one robbed that night. Walton was robbed of the opportunity to beat Virgil Snow once and for all. He may do it here. He may be able to do it here. Went for something. Virgil takes him down, clobbering him with that clothesline. Clobbering him with that clothesline. Looking for black ice. No. Walton counters with a forearm to the face. Walton throwing Snow over the top rope onto the apron. Oh, went for something. Virgil countered with a kick to the head. Virgil now going upstairs. I don't know how wise this is. Oh, Walton catching Snow. Walton catching Snow, and Walton with the black ice. Just like at ROVX, he hits Snow with his own move. This is unbelievable. 1, 2, he can do it here. No! Virgil Snow finding some way to kick out of the black ice. He found some way to kick out of the black ice. Went for deafening silence, and there it is. The same move that took Virgil down on ROV 13, and he's going to look for it one more time here. No, Virgil counters. Dragon screw. Dragon screw by Virgil Snow. These fans are absolutely loving this action between these two gladiators, and so am I. Virgil lining up for something, and he hits the deafening silence on Deshaun Walton. What in the world is going on here tonight, ladies and gentlemen? Detroit is hot. I am hot. It's boiling in here with this action, and Walton somehow gets the shoulder up. These two men are giving it their best shot. Virgil is not done by a long shot. He's lining up for one more spear, perhaps. He goes for it and takes a curb stomp. Walton with a curb stomp, like I said, pulling out all the stops. He can do it, and Virgil gets the shoulder up again. What in the world is it going to take? Walton lining up for something once more, and wait a... What the hell? Somebody get Everett Creed on the phone. That was the goddamn Nightshade. Virgil's busted open and he still kicks out. Walton has learned so much from so many people. This match is absolutely insane here. Deafening silence gets countered one more time by Virgil Snow. He's going to tear a ligament in Walton's knee. Virgil lining up for something. And, oh, what the hell is this? What? I know he got released from over there, but he didn't have to do all that, too. And no! What in the world is it going to take? What is going on here tonight, people? I cannot believe what I am seeing here. These men are pulling out all the stops just to defeat one another. I cannot believe what I'm seeing here. Double ear slap counter by Virgil. Virgil's got Walton by the throat. What goes up must come down, a massive choke slam. What an absolutely incredible main event here on Ring of Valiance episode 13.5, and Walton may be going good night with the black ice. 1, 2, and no! Walton gets the shoulder up again, and you can see how gassed Virgil is getting here. Virgil doing everything he can, and he's looking for that Uranagi slam once again. I would say the name of it, but I don't want to get sued. And there's the Nightshade again. The Nightshade again, and now Walton getting more and more confident as the seconds roll on in this matchup. Walton firing up with forearms and a Pele kick. Pele kick by Deshaun Walton. Virgil Snow is down. Walton going up, and Shanton bomb. Shanton bomb, that has to be it. 2, no! Virgil Snow finding a way to kick out. What a matchup. And a third Nightshade. What in the hell is going on here? 1. No, what the hell? Virgil kicked out at 1. Walton has to do something, anything, to put Virgil Snow down. Virgil slapping Walton's hand away. Oh, and he gets punched in the head. Virgil rolling out of whatever Walton was going for. And now Walton getting beaten down by Virgil Snow. Backdrop by the White Wolf himself. And a huge spine buster. What a main event, and Virgil's calling it. He's calling ball game here. This may be it. These two men have gone at it for nearly 30 minutes. And Walton going up for one last ride with the black ice. Jeremy Ferguson in position, and Virgil Snow once again defeats Deshaun Walton. An absolutely incredible war between these two men. Walton must be heartbroken at the fact that he can't get the victory over Virgil Snow. Virgil Snow gave it everything he had, getting that victory over Walton once again. Absolutely incredible match between these two men, but Walton is down on the mat, and he is obviously not happy with how this match turned out, but what's done is done. He gave it his best shot, but it still was not enough to put that man Virgil Snow away. And Virgil giving Walton a look of respect. And the fans here in Detroit are giving Walton his respect as well as he gets back up to his feet. Wait a minute here. Virgil and Walton facing off. And Walton and Virgil looking square in each other's eyes. Walton with a very unamused look on his face, and Virgil showing Walton some respect. Walton doing the same back here. These two men showing each other a lot of respect. They gave it everything they had, and Walton getting love from the fans. Absolutely incredible match between these two men. Gotta believe that they'll go at it again in the future. And wait a minute, Virgil Snow! Oh God, no! Please, for the love of God, Virgil with another black ice, taking Walton down. The hell was that for? Absolutely unnecessary sneak attack by this ruthless son of a bitch, Virgil Snow. He doesn't care who he has to hurt. He doesn't care who he has to inflict pain upon. This man is looking to get back what he probably in his mind should have never lost in the first place, the Universal title. And if he has to destroy Ring of Valiance to do it, then in his mind, that's what he's got to do. But he did not have to black ice Walton one more time to prove his point. I'm Brian King. Good night, everybody from Detroit. We'll see you at Uncivil War.